Chris, we look ahead to a big trip against Truro City, a big game in our aim to get higher up the league table. How have the last few days been in training?
Really good week. Obviously, off the back of a good result against Halifax, even better performance, especially first half. So, feeling around the group has been particularly good. It's always enjoyable having a training week after a really positive result, and as I said, an even better performance. So, it's been a good week. Obviously, watching Truro, trying to identify their strengths, understand their weaknesses, and trying to come up with a plan to try and put another important 3 points on the board.
We've touched recently on the improvement from that first half against Eastleigh to the entire 90 minutes against Halifax. How do you look to continue progressing on what has been a positive start to life at Sutton for you?
Keep celebrating the really good stuff. Keep reinforcing to the players that they're a very, very good group of players. Keep showing them examples of them being very, very good. Keep banging the drum in terms of working hard and running hard as a team, first and second ball, winning individual duels, because that's what ultimately got us through those first few games in terms of picking up points and results and progressing in the FA Cup. Now we've started to produce better footballing performances from a more of a purist perspective. So what we need to do is we need to keep progressing in a football sense in terms of the nicer stuff, the prettier stuff, the more eye-catching stuff. But equally, we can't forget what is the platform for all of that, which is working incredibly hard and running hard for each other and being brilliant at the basics. So that's the messaging moving forwards.
And is it very much about taking that same attitude into Truro on Saturday? Yeah,
I mean they're obviously fighting for their lives. They're an awkward customer. Their home form has always been pretty strong. Obviously, we see it firsthand last year. Their home form was really a platform for them to go and win the National League South. So we know it's a tough test, particularly down at their place. As I said, they've got massive motivation because they're fighting for their lives. So we recognise it's going to be a difficult game, but equally we believe if we can produce our best level, then we'll win the game.
Do you think your previous experiences facing that Truro side, do you think that will benefit us? Kind of having that know-how pre-existing.
Maybe they took 6 points off us, so maybe not. I mean it can't hurt us, the fact that we've come up against them a couple of times in the last year or so, and they haven't changed too much in terms of squad wise. They obviously lost centre forward to Grimsby, James Cabe, who's a very good player. He was sort of a key part of their promotion last season, but other than that, they've kept an awful lot of the existing squad. So yeah, we definitely have a clear idea of what we're up against, and equally they haven't changed shape or set up too much. So generally, what we've seen in the last week or so in terms of preparation doesn't look a million miles away from what we saw last season. So and we did have, they took 6 points off us, and in one of those games, deservedly so, to be fair. But in the other game, we saw enough there and had enough success to know that we can hurt them with this group of players. So yeah, just looking forward to the test.
Obviously, Morecambe won in the week, have had an effect on both sides down the bottom of the league. Truro now dropped to rock bottom. How do you assess the mindset that both they will have coming into the game, as for us as we look to get further away from the relegation zone?
Obviously, everyone's different. When we were bottom, it was very much around process and performance, and if we get those things right, then the results will come. In terms of confidence-wise as a group, it's difficult to relate too much, because if I'm being honest, we've been here for 5-6 weeks and we've lost one game, and we've we've picked up more than enough results, and as I said, started producing a level of performance where you go, we're in a really good place. So how we were feeling when we were bottom of the table versus how Truro might be feeling, I'm not sure. All I know is that we can just concentrate on what we're doing. If we do what we can do very well, then we'll give ourselves, as I said, a hell of a chance to win the game, irrelevant of what Truro's mindset or attitude is going into the game.
And unlike when we faced Morecambe, who were kind of they were scoring a lot of goals, Truro maybe haven't scored as many as they would have liked. Do you see that as a positive in our attempt to build on a clean sheet on the weekend?
Truro equally, they may not be as free flowing on the eye as a Morecambe, but from a defensive perspective, they're always very good. And if you look at their results, they're not a million miles away from it. So we're really respectful of the opposition that's in front of us, and we know they're a threat. They're a threat that when we've got the ball, we know they're going to be dangerous on the counter attack. As I said, we've seen it before with the boy Johnson Fisher up front. They've got real pace and power. Tyler Harvey's been in and out, but if he plays, he's a threat. So we're, as I said, really respectful of what they can offer up, and we know in comparison with Morecambe, they're probably a bit more watertight. So it's going to be a tough game, but as I said, we go into it really confident and positive, and looking forward to the challenge. And
how are we looking squad wise?
We're in pretty good shape. As I said last week, Edwin Navaz available for selection. Jack Sims is now back and available for selection, so that's a really positive headache for us, because I think Tommy Reid's been getting better and better. But equally, Jack Sims is Jack Sims. So there's a positive decision there for us to make. Nadas is still injured, which is frustrating, but with Osman coming in, that obviously helps ease the frustration of Nadas being unavailable. Liam Vincent is a couple of weeks away. Jack Wadham's obviously long term, and we've had Jaden White go out on loan. Other than that, I think that's everything. There's been a lot of moving parts, but I think that's everything. You might have to tell me if it's not, but in the main, we're going into the game really happy with the selection headaches that are clearly in front of us.
And are you really confident in the players that you do have available, the squad as a whole, heading into it?
Oh yeah, like I said after the Morecambe game, we love the group. They're a brilliant group. They've been superb, and they deserve every single bit of credit that's been directed towards them over the past 6 weeks. Like we can't complain at all about their commitment, their attitude, their determination to climb, and their quality. Like they've some of the goals that we've managed to produce over the last 6 weeks. Some of the passages of play, like some of the best football I've had the privilege to see firsthand. Certainly as a manager as well. So, and that's the players. They've done a great job. So we're really happy where we're at. We still probably need to adapt the squad a little bit, but that's not a reflection of a lack of quality. It's more we could do with a little bit of variation. So any additions or tweaks we make is more from a place of we need, as I said, variation as opposed to lacking quality. But no, we're really happy, and we're delighted with the group. But we also acknowledge we haven't done anything yet. Like we've managed to get ourselves above the line, if you like, for want of a better phrase. But in terms of what we want to do and where we want to go, we haven't done anything, and we just need to keep game by game, keep trying to improve our level of performance, keep working hard, and keep putting important points on the board.
It's a long way to go. potentially get a chance to get our first away win of the season, which would of course mean a lot. Just a word on the supporters, some of which are going to be flying to Newquay tomorrow, some will be travelling on the day. Just a word on them.
Yeah, I've heard there's potential planes full of Sutton United fans, so it's amazing. Surprised they haven't hired out a private jet, to be fair. I wouldn't put it past them, but no, we'll be trying our absolute best. As if we needed more motivation, our supporters give us exactly that to put 3 points on the board. We know that we're going to be well supported down there. We know that they're probably going to outsing a bigger home support, and so that, as I said, we don't need any more motivation, but they certainly give it to us in terms of how they follow us. And again, without sounding like a broken record, from day one they've been magnificent, and we really appreciate it, and I know the players really appreciate it. So yeah, look forward to seeing the Amber Army down there. I hope they have a good weekend away as well, topped off with 3 points from us, but I'm sure they'll certainly be making a weekend of it. So I look forward to hearing all about it the following week, especially after, touch wood, a really positive performance and more points on the board.
Cheers, Chris.
Thank you. It's crazy.